Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is a 946 Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. You'll see that this battle is fought on one of our new custom maps. This is the Persian Desert map. It's a map with very undulating ground in it. If you notice here, there's lots of ups and downs here. There you are, you can see it's slightly higher ground there, but if you look around the map, as I say, you can see it is very undulating ground. So of course, with an undulating ground map, you need to be very careful with your tactical movements, because obviously you don't want to be in a dip. You want to try and be on the higher part of the undulating ground. Here you can see the rock, where people often set their armies up there, so they've got the higher ground. As you can see, enemy troops attacking have to go up that slope there by the rock feature. Okay, so our first teammate is TAoW Katya. I think Katya's the only TAoW member that plays Rome Total War now. Now Katya's got 6 archers, 8 spearmen, 2 chariot archers and 4 heavy chariots. Nice to see Katya on RTW. I think she only comes on now and again to play, so we were quite lucky to get her into this 3v3 game. As I say, very rare for me to put a 3v3 battle on. Just having a look at the chariots there, you'll see that these chariots have got the desert bonus, and they've got the big fear factor, big attacking specifications, but they don't run amok. Okay, so that's a big advantage for these Egyptian chariots. They don't run amok. They just leave the battlefield like any other unit when they rout. Quick look at the spearmen here, the Pharaoh Guard spearmen. You'll see that Katya's got 8 upgrades on some of the spearmen there. Okay, and you'll see on others it's got 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So mixed upgrades on the Pharaoh Guard spearmen there. And if you notice, the archers here have got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Now these guys have got long range, good defense, and really make a good effective light infantry when they've shot all their arrows. There's 7 upgrades there, and I think most people would agree that the Pharaoh bowmen are probably the best archers in the game. Okay, and there I believe she's got 2 chariot archers here. Remember, these chariot archers fast moving, can form Canterbury and circle, and can be a real nuisance and menace to enemy troops, causing them a lot of casualties. You'll see an example of that in this battle, and of course there's the heavy chariots as well. So that's Katya's Egyptian army. Remember, all those units get a desert bonus in this battle, as of course this is a desert map. Our next teammate is a Brotherhood member, Royer 35, who has got the bog standard 31k Roman army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. That's been the bog standard 31k Roman army for many, many years, and I guess it's the bog standard because it's so effective and so efficient. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who's got 14 infantry and 5 cavalry. Okay, so there's our team. It's got the potential to be a really good battle, and I hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Sable. Now Sable's got 4 archers, 10 infantry and 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades there on the infantry, and I see it's just 7 upgrades. An experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on the infantry there. That experience stripe really does make a difference. And if you notice there, you'll see that Sable has got Town Watch as pilot shield units there. Now remember, these Town Watch guys, as you can see, carry spears, so they're going to be anti-cavalry, got a little anti-cavalry bonus in them, but also if they stand their ground, they'll soak up enemy pilots as good as any other expensive unit. So you know, to incorporate them into your pilot shield unit can be a good idea. Quick look at the upgrades on Sable's cavalry. Usually brings serious cavalry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on Sable's cavalry. So that's some serious cavalry there, and that will be a tried and tested Sable army there. It'll be interesting to see how well he uses it. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Skema. Now Skema's got 5 archers, 13 pikes and just 2 cavalry. Okay, just 2 cavalry in Skema's Macedonian army. I would suggest that's unusual there. And you'll see that some of his pike units have just got gold shield, gold attack on there. Okay, on the front line of this mini battle formation. okay, because he's broken his army into 2 mini armies. You notice the rear rank has got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, that's the optimum upgrades for Royal Pikeman there, 8 upgrades. And then he's got his other army over here. And if you notice, they've got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack there. So as I say, he's got 2 mini armies there, split his army into 2 mini armies. Oh my gosh, and his companion cavalry have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. And of course, he's got the long range Cretan archers there as well. So say that's a wide battle formation he's set up there. Interesting to see how well he'll do with that army during the course of the battle. Okay, their last teammate is Brotherhood member Fesen. Now Fesen's got 6 archers, 8 infantry and 4 cavalry. Okay, let's have a look at the upgrades on his cavalry. He usually brings serious cavalry. Yeah, there you go. You can see 8 upgrades there, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack there. And he usually brings good infantry as well. Can you see he's got an extra morale boosting unit in that Eagle unit there, as well as his infantry general. So a lot of morale there. And if I remember correctly, I believe he's got 7 upgrades on most of his infantry and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So make no mistake, that's serious infantry and serious cavalry there. And what I'd like you to remember is that the massive 8 upgrades on this cavalry could prove to be very important later on in the battle. Okay, just so please remember the upgrades on his cavalry there. Okay, it's got the potential to be a cracking battle. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, we've literally just pressed start. We've decided we're all going over towards Katya's Egyptian troops there by the big rock. Okay, the ground is a little bit more favourable to us over there, the undulating ground map, a little bit more favourable, so I've got to head all the way over to the right flank and hope that I don't get intercepted by enemy cavalry charging down onto my moving troops there. Okay, so that was just to give you a heads up there. That's where we're all heading, over towards the big rock where Katya's Egyptian troops are. Now, as I say, here you'll see that, as I say, we've literally pressed start here, but you can see Katya has got 2 fast-moving chariot archers here heading towards Fesen's infantry. Anyway, let's go for a ride with the chariots. There you go. It's like we're kind of on a chariot ourselves here, isn't it, as we run with these chariots. And as I say, what Katya's hoping to do is to catch Fesen's troops moving. Remember, moving troops will suffer a lot more casualties from missiles than kind of like standing troops there, especially Romans, like, if you see what I mean, as they're moving. Now you can see Fesen stopped his infantry there for a few seconds to face the chariots coming in, and that was a good tactical move. But if he decides to move now, he's going to get hit by loads of arrows coming in from those chariot archers. Right, can you see he's already starting to suffer casualties there from those chariot archers. Did you see how these chariot archers can be such a nuisance, such a menace to troops there? And as you can see, that Eagle unit there is the one that's being targeted in the rear. Remember, the rear and the flank of units on Rome Total War are the weakest parts. And of course, this Eagle unit running with the rest of the troops, showing its back to those chariot archers, he is suffering loads of casualties there. You can see the dead bodies there. Make no mistake here, Katya's going to be relentless here with these chariot archers there, shooting arrows into the rear of that Eagle unit. And remember, that Eagle unit is Fesen's morale boosting unit there. And look how it's been decimated already. Now remember that Eagle unit is a 120-man unit. And just look at the casualties that those 2 chariot archers has caused there. Okay, so as I say, that's a 120-man unit there, that Eagle unit. Okay, that extra morale boosting unit reduced to 83 just from those 2 chariot archers there. Oh my gosh, so you can see how useful chariot archers can be on the desert map. Look at all the dead Julii troops here that those chariot archers have killed. So that was I thought that was a good move by Katya there. And the only reason that the chariots are suffering casualties is because they've run into range of these Macedonian archers here. But as I say, very relentless there. It wasn't those. I thought those chariot archers of Katya's were really trying to cause as many casualties as possible to that Eagle unit. And here you can see their Macedonian ally there charging at a cavalry unit, companion cavalry unit. They're trying to chase off those horse archers there. And now he's just chased them off far enough, and now he'll pull back. But make no mistake, he would have suffered some casualties there, that cavalry unit. I think it's been reduced down to 50, so he's lost 4 cavalry there in coming out there to try and chase those horse archers off. But you can see how effective those chariot archers were there at targeting Fesen's infantry as it was moving over to his allies there. Okay, so there you can see the enemy are forming up on this mound here. Okay, if you notice here, can you see how they have taken the higher ground there? It's only a slope, isn't it? You can see it's not a hill or anything like that, but they have taken advantage of the higher ground on this undulating ground map. There you are. Look at how we would have to attack up that quite steep slope there if we wanted to attack them from that flank. So that tump, if you like, that they're on could be quite a challenge for us, I think, as the battle unfolds. And there you can see my blue Scipio army has just arrived over on this flank. Remember, I ran all the way from the left flank here over to our right flank, as that was the team battle plan there. And just to show you a good bit of teamwork here by Royer, can you see he put his cavalry there as a blocking force so that my Scipio army could get over to the rock without being intercepted by any lightning enemy cavalry attacks there. So that was a nice bit of cover there by Royer. But as I say, we've reached the rock now, and we've got to decide on what we're going to do from there. But as you can see, the enemy have taken up an advantageous position that I doubt very much that they want to move from, and we're going to have to move them. Okay, at this stage of the battle here, you can see Katya there still in the Canterbury circle shooting at enemy archers. And can you see that Katya's brought 2 heavy chariot units over to protect the chariot archers there? So if the enemy send out a cavalry unit to try and chase off these chariot archers, Katya's got 2 heavy chariots there to guard the chariot archers. I thought that was just interesting for you to see there. It's a good bit of tactical work there, I think, by Katya. There you are. Now you watch that cavalry unit, that enemy cavalry unit will back off now as soon as it sees the heavy chariots heading towards it. There you are. Sable's backed that cavalry unit off, as I said, seeing those 2 heavy chariots moving in to protect the horse archers there. So I thought that was a nice move there by Katya, supporting the chariot archers with a couple of heavy chariots there to chase off enemy cavalry attacking them. Okay, at this stage of the battle here, you'll see that our Egyptian ally is moving round to the right there. You can see Sable there is trying to hit our Egyptian allies' archers there with a cavalry hit there. It wouldn't surprise me if that cavalry unit turned round to try and hit the archers there. Now, as I say, you can see the Pharaoh bowmen here. As I say, probably the best archers in the game. But because the enemy team are on higher ground, of course the enemy arrows will go further and do more damage with the down slope bonus that they've got. Okay, it's not a hill, is it? But you can see that it's definitely higher ground, kind of a slope there. But that would still give the enemy team's archers a bonus there, a downhill bonus. So as I say, their arrows will go further and do more damage. Okay, you can see Sable's used his cavalry unit once before, wants to try and hit, I think, our Egyptian allies' archers there. As you can see, looks like it's going in for a hit there, but you can see that Royer here has brought his cavalry across, so it wouldn't surprise me if Sable backed that cavalry unit off there. I think he was looking to hit that archer unit with maybe a glancing blow, but decided to pull back. And I think Katya did a good thing in pulling those archers back behind the spearmen there. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second. Now remember, these Pharaoh Guard spearmen are extremely susceptible to any kind of missile damage. So the arrows from the enemy team that hit them is going to cause them a lot of casualties. Okay, I know the Egyptian troops get the desert bonus, but make no mistake, those spearmen are still very susceptible to archer damage there. And remember, these are 81-man units, so when you see the numbers of them, later on in the battle, you'll see how reduced they've been by enemy archer fire there. And of course, my guess is that they will probably go for the general unit there, try and kill the general. Okay, so over here you'll see I'm moving my blue Scipio army around to the kind of the rear, if you like, of the enemy troops. If you notice there, you'll see that there is slightly higher ground. Can you see Katya's already got chariots in that area there on the higher ground, and that's where I'm looking to take my Scipio troops there. Okay, so that's just to give you a heads up on that. That's where I'm heading for, up on that slightly higher ground there is where I'm going. And if you notice, I'm walking my troops, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Okay, but as I say, the enemy team have got quite an advantageous position there, as you can see. And with that higher slope that they're on, as I say, their archers' arrows will go further and do more damage. And unfortunately for Katya there, those Egyptian spearmen there are going to suffer a lot, I think. As I say, the Pharaoh bowmen there, pound for pound, probably the best archers in the game. And even when they've shot all their arrows, they can make very effective light infantry. And we may well see that a little bit later on in the battle. But as I say there, with the downslope bonus that the enemy team have got, that could give them the advantage there. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So we're going to just talk about the fitness. Now, if you look at my troops here, you'll see that they are tired. Can you see tired there? Now remember the 6, and that's because, of course, if you run in the desert, your troops get tired a lot quicker. But the 6 forms of fitness in Rome Total War are fresh, warmed up, winded, tired, very tired and exhausted. Now once you hit tired, like my troops are, your battle proficiency of your troops, the way they actually fight the battle, starts to drop off the edge of a cliff, and also their morale drops as well. Okay, so that's why I'm walking them up to the higher ground, not running them. I'm hoping that while walking they may well regain some of their fitness and get down to at least winded. But as you can see, they're tired at the moment, and I certainly wouldn't want to put them into fighting in that tired state. So just to, as I say, the 6 forms of fatigue on Rome Total War are quite interesting, but you need to watch your troops' fatigue very closely in battle. Okay, so here you can see Fesen got those all his archers there. I think he got 6 archers, did we say? And he's going to move them forward. Now, I'm not sure whether he's going to try targeting my Scipio troops as I'm moving round, or whether he's going to target the Pharaoh bowmen. It'll be interesting to see which target he's decided he's going to go for. And there you can see him there. Looks like from the trajectory of his arrows there, it looks like he's targeting the Pharaoh bowman of Katya's there. As I say, but he could target my Scipio troops if he wanted to, but he's decided to target the, as I say, the Pharaoh bowman there. As I say, that the Pharaoh bowmen, I think, are holding out quite well here, bearing in mind that they are at a definite disadvantage here of being on the lower ground. So there's a close-up of them shooting their arrows at the enemy troops. And as I say, I'm definitely not running my infantry up onto that higher ground, because as we talked about earlier, with the 6 stages of fitness, that would make my troops even more tired, and their battle proficiency would be very poor. Okay, so you can see here that the Pharaoh bowmen have lost a lot of archers there from the enemy archers on that slope. You can see Royer here's got his infantry set out in an unusual battle formation there. Maybe he's looking for flexibility there with his infantry, looking to hit at different places. And of course he's got his cavalry there. He may need to watch his cavalry, because they could become under archer fire if he's not careful. Okay, so I'm nearly on to the higher part of the ground that I've been aiming for here. Okay, I'm surprised the enemy troops didn't kind of see where I was moving and kind of moved some troops up there to maybe stop us getting up onto that higher ground. I say I've got my cavalry that I will be bringing over, but there you are. I've managed to reach that slightly higher ground there, and I will now rest my troops. Okay, but as we said earlier, poor old Katya's spearmen here are getting really hammered. This is the general unit here, look. You can see reduced from 81 men. Look, there's a general there. Look, reduced from 81 men down to 21 men there. And make no mistake, they're trying to kill the general, obviously, to take the general morale bonus away. But a lot of those spear units that reduced to 39, that one, I think, from 81, they're really suffering a lot of casualties there. I still got 69, 45 in that one there. But you can just look, you can see how battle depleted those Pharaoh spearmen are just from the arrows that the enemy troops are shooting into them there. So poor old Katya's spearmen there are very battle depleted already before we even get into hand-to-hand fighting. Now that could be a bad sign for us. As the battle unfolds, we'll just have to see. Okay, but here you can see, as I say, if you look on how high the ground is there that the enemy troops are on, there's no way they're going to move off of that ground. And as I say, it looks like they'll want us to attack them. If you notice here, the Macedonian general has put his archers in close, tight formation for more impact and more damage. Make no mistake, he will be targeting that Egyptian general. If you look at the Egyptian general unit there now, see, can you see? Only 4 men left in now. If I was Katya, I would move that general away, out of archer range now. Run, run, run. You don't want to lose that general morale bonus there. Keep running. Look, they're still in range now, and look how far away they are from the enemy troops. That just goes to show the advantage that the enemy troops have got on that higher ground. Look, they're still targeting him now, all the way over here, look. From those archers, look at the range that those archers have got being on the higher ground. They're still targeting him now as he's running. Look, keep moving because those arrows are still coming in on him. Look, so that's good. Katya saved her general there for a good morale bonus there. But you can see the rest of the poor old Pharaoh guards there are going to take a lot more casualties from enemy archers. Look. The arrows still coming in on those Pharaoh guards. And as I say, Katya's lost a lot of spearmen already before we even get into hand-to-hand fighting there. So maybe looking at that, things don't bode too well for us for the future. Okay, so what I want to do here with my Scipii infantry, I want to come in on the enemy troops from this particular angle here. And what I'm looking to do is to maybe disrupt their battle line a bit. And hopefully if I can disrupt them, then my allies could maybe exploit the situation there. Now you can see here that Royer's got his troops there lined up. He's moving his cavalry back because they came under archer fire. If you notice there, he's moved his cavalry back. But if you notice there, his infantry is going to be very flexible. And Katya here, it'd be interesting to see where Katya's going to move those spearmen. But as I say, you can see my blue Scipii army moving in on the enemy troops there. Okay, and the Pharaoh bowmen, they're still got arrows, they're still shooting in to the enemy archers there. But as I say, you can see my Scipii army there now. As I say, I'm deliberately moving there to try and attract enemy units and maybe even whole armies to come over towards my army here. And as I say, that could well cause parts of their battle line to be weakened elsewhere, where I'm hoping my allies might be able to exploit that. Okay, but this, make no mistake, this is risky here, what I'm doing. Okay, right, so you can see here, this is, I thought you would find this quite interesting. Can you see that Katya's got 2 chariot archers there, shooting point blank into the rear of that Macedonian unit, and that's a 120-man unit reduced to, what's that, 56 men, where it's being shot point blank in the rear by those 2 chariot archers. The only thing I can guess is that maybe Skema hadn't spotted the chariot archers were there, but he certainly lost a lot of men from that one unit there. Okay, so as I say here, you can see the Macedonians look like they're moving back a little bit there as I'm moving forward. As I say, you notice that I've walked my troops all the way through this to try and keep their fitness level to a reasonable standard. I always think winded is acceptable to fight if you have to. Just look at the Macedonian troops that have just been killed by those 2 chariot archers. Those 2 battle damaged chariot archers there have just killed all those Macedonian pikemen. Okay, right, so here you can see that Skema is now bringing his Macedonians forward there towards my Scipii army. Okay, so obviously I'm going to throw some pilots into those Macedonians, but only from my forward units. Okay, those pilot shield units there. I don't want to just throw my pilots into his pilot shield units. I want to try and kill some of his pikemen. Right, now can you see the enemy Julii infantry there of Fesen coming around my flank? Now remember, I said to you about Fesen's cavalry. Try and remember the upgrades that he's got on his cavalry. Very good upgrades. Now I need to turn my army to face a threat of those Julii troops coming in on my flank. If you notice there, I've now moved back. Okay, because it looks to me like I'm going to be hit by the Macedonian pikes and red Julii troops there. And I'll just say the Julii cavalry have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Right. Okay, so this is why I saved my pilots. I was waiting for the Macedonian pikemen to move forward so I could throw loads of pilots into those Macedonian pikes. Now here you'll see that Royer is now moving his infantry forward as well. So we're kind of looking to hit them from 2 separate directions. You'll see Katya bringing those Pharaoh spearmen over here to help me, hopefully. And you got the cavalry, my cavalry there, locked and loaded. And you got some Egyptian chariots there as well, ready to throw in. Okay, but as I say, I wanted to hold most of my pilots back to throw them into the Macedonian pikes there. I knew he'd come forward with those pikes, and now I'm going to throw loads of pilots into those pike units there, and hopefully cause them a lot of damage before we even get into hand-to-hand fighting. Now remember, those Egyptian chariots are nearby, so they will be lowering the morale of enemy troops as well. Okay, so even though the chariots might not be engaged, they are doing a good job because, as I say, they are lowering the morale of enemy troops. Right, can you see this Julii infantry of Fesen here looking to come in on my flank? There, you can see that. And you can see cavalry being moved over here as well. Right, you can see that I'm now adjusting the position of my Scipii army to kind of face Fesen's Julii infantry coming in on me there. Okay, as I say, I got my cavalry locked and loaded. Now you can see that Sable has brought his SBQR cavalry over. Okay, this make no mistake, I'm going to take a big hit here. I think Fesen's infantry is going to hit me, then I'm going to be hit by Sable's cavalry in wedge formation for more penetration and more impact, and then Fesen's cavalry as well. So Sable's and Fesen's cavalry there, which have both got 8 upgrades on, all their cavalry have got 8 upgrades on, I believe, and Fesen's infantry, I think, are going to try and smash my Scipii army here. Okay, you can see there's a lot of pilot exchanging going on between Fesen's army and mine, and there you can see Fesen, it looks like he's going to charge in now. And just look at all that enemy cavalry locked and loaded, as I say, in wedge formation for more penetration, more impact there. And as I say, here you can see that Fesen's moving his cavalry around there. Remember the upgrades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So that's some serious cavalry going to slam into my army. And Sable's cavalry was the same, 8 upgrades as well. And if they both hit me with that cavalry, is my army going to rout? That's the thing there. As I say, you can see Royer moving his infantry forward here, probably looking to throw pilots into the Macedonian pikes. And you've got the cavalry there as well. But Katya's battle-damaged spearmen are there to help. You've got the Pharaoh bowmen shooting into those Macedonian pikemen. And as I say, don't forget the chariots will be lowering the morale of enemy troops, even though they're not engaging them at the moment. Okay, but watch out for that Julii cavalry. Now I remember I'm going to hit that Julii cavalry with my cavalry, but I'm a bit late in doing it. If you watch now, can you see I'm charging in now, but too late. Now that here comes the Julii cavalry, get ready for this. 8 upgrades on this cavalry. Bang! As they smash in to my infantry there. Now I'm counter-attacking with my cavalry. You'll see Katya's bringing chariots in as well. And bang! As my cavalry smashes in there. But you can see the SBQR cavalry of Sable coming in as well. They're going to charge in as well. There you go. Look. And bang! And then some more cavalry coming in there. Look. And bang! As they charge in there. So we're charging in with the chariots and my cavalry as well. Oh my gosh, remember that Fesen's Red Julia army was very well upgraded, both his infantry and his cavalry. So he's going to hold really well there, I think. And you can see there's Macedonian pike units involved as well. But oh my gosh, and you saw that some of my Scipii units routed on impact by that Julii cavalry that smashed into me there. So as I say, I've got my cavalry there fighting his cavalry. You can see that Royer's brought some of his green Brutii infantry in. We've got Egyptian troops and Katya's helping out here. But as I say, you can see my cavalry fighting Fesen's cavalry here. Remember, the enemy are the red Julii here and the Macedonians and the purple SBQR troops as well. So there you go. You can see here that, as I say, Katya and Royer have got units in here helping me fight Fesen's army. Okay, you've got Macedonian, very battle damaged Macedonian pike units coming down. And over here you can see that Royer's attacking the enemy team here up on the higher ground there. You can see there's a cavalry battle going on there between Royer's cavalry and enemy cavalry there. But as I say, my action on that other flank has hopefully drawn a lot of enemy units over to me, allowing Royer there to maybe exploit the situation. Okay, but here, as I say, you can see the red Julii, well upgraded red Julii army of Fesen's holding really well there. And as I say, you got Macedonian pikes helping him out there. Oh my gosh, but that's the whole of Fesen's army, all his cavalry and all his infantry anyway. His archers are separate, and you can see my cavalry there. Now what I need to do, I think, is pull my cavalry back and charge in again. Pull my cavalry back and charge in, get the full cavalry charge bonus, and maybe, just maybe, the cavalry charging in might just be the tipping point that routes Fesen's army. Okay, it might just be that, we just have to see, but I need to pull my cavalry back. Okay, I've pulled my cavalry back, locked and loaded it. Now I need to charge in there quickly and aim for the furthest Julii unit away from my cavalry, so they'll smash through that Julii infantry and bang! As they smash into that Julii infantry. Watch the Julii infantry start to rout. Fesen's general's just routed there. You can see that Fesen charging his cavalry units in, but you can see there that most, there you are, we've just routed all of Fesen's infantry and all of Fesen's cavalry there. So that's good news for us. Okay, so now what we need to do, I think, we need to be very aware of this powerful SBQR cavalry of Sables. That's one thing we need to be very aware of there, because they could be battle changing cavalry there if they charge at the right time. As I say here, you can see Skema there and Sable holding well against Royer's green Brutii infantry. But what we need to do now we've taken out Fesen's army is to try take out those few Macedonian units there, including the Macedonian general, and charge into the rear of those enemy troops, but be aware of that enemy SBQR cavalry. Okay, can you see we're moving forward now? Both Royer, Katya and myself. I'm going to try and take out that Macedonian general, which we've done. Okay, so the Macedonian general has now been routed there, so that's taken away the general morale bonus, and we can now start moving our troops up into the rear of those enemy troops there. Okay, see me moving my Scipii troops forward there. Okay, so let's just pause again for a second here. So you can see there that Sable's bought his SBQR infantry around to counter my Scipii troops, but hopefully Royer can now attack. Maybe this is giving him a chance of attacking there with his Brutii troops, with me drawing those SBQR units over. You can see there that Royer's got some of his units over here as well, and Katya's got some of those Egyptian units over there also. So there you are. You can see now that we're still attacking, if you notice, up the slope there a bit. And over here you can see Sable's SBQR troops there. He's bringing reinforcements in against Royer's green Brutii troops. And as I say, you can see a lot of enemy troops have turned on my blue Scipii troops there. Watch that SBQR cavalry. As I say, very powerful cavalry there, charging in there, and charging into my Scipii troops, and bang, and they're charging into Royer's troops there, and bang, and you can see that Katya's bought some archers over that has been alt-attacked. As I say, those Pharaoh bowmen are so good, they make really solid light infantry as well. So here, this is a good move by Royer. Can you see that he's brought infantry units around the flank of the enemy troops? He's breaking through with those units, but he brought those other units around the flank there. Nice move there by Royer, and he's now concentrating his Julii troops on the enemy Macedonian troops there. Remember, the enemy are the Macedonians and the purple SPQR troops, okay? And we are the green, the blue, and Egypt, okay? So that makes it easier for you to see. And make no mistake here, the enemy will be going for Royer's general, okay? Royer's generals may be a little bit exposed there to enemy attack. You can see a lot of enemy troops there. And don't forget that Fesen's archers, I believe, at this stage of the battle have still got arrows. So they will be shooting arrows into our troops all the way through the battle here. And as I say, they will be going for Royer's general if they can. The enemy troops will be trying to take out Royer's general there. So you can see a lot of troops there fighting. Here you can see my Scipii troops are still holding against the enemy Macedonians and SPQR troops. And you can see, as I say, Royer's green Brutii infantry moving in here to attack. So we're doing quite well here, bearing in mind the advantageous position that the enemy had. I think my general is still alive, so I'm still giving general morale bonus to the team there. But as I say, Royer's general is a little bit exposed there, and make no mistake, the enemy team would have spotted that using their years of experience, and they will be looking to try and kill his general there, trying to take the morale bonus away from our team. Okay, but as I say, those Pharaoh bowmen there of Katya's, look, they've been alt-attacked. You can see they've drawn their little knives, but they got such good specification, and especially with the desert bonus, they make good solid light infantry. So you can see them really making a difference there, trying to defend the Brutii general. You can see that cavalry there charging, and as I say, I think Fesen's red Julii archers there have still got arrows and are still shooting into us there, so we'll be suffering casualties from those archers in close tight formation for more impact and more penetration. Look at those SPQR troops are really moving in on Royer's general there. Make no mistake, they are really trying to kill his general. You've even got the Macedonian pike units there moving in as well. So I think Royer's general's holding really well at the moment. They're still holding. They haven't managed to kill him yet, but now they have. Okay, so Royer's general has just been taken out. So we've lost the general morale bonus of Royer's general there, and now all these enemy troops can now pour in to Royer's and my tired battle damaged troops there. Okay, so things are not looking very good here, I don't think, for us. Just look at that powerful SPQR cavalry ready to charge in. One of my units is just ready. Oh my gosh, that's the Eagle unit. The morale boosting unit has now been routed there. As I say, my general's still alive, so I'm still giving morale bonus to not just my troops, but my allies' troops as well. See those Macedonian pikes moving in? Make no mistake, they will be going for my general there. Make no mistake about that. Skema with his Macedonian pikes will be trying to kill my general. As I say here, the archers of Fesen here have been shooting into us a lot. But to those two Macedonian pike units will be going for my general. There's a couple of SPQR units that are trying to attack my general as well. But you can see Royer's green Brutii infantry doing a good job there. Now he's going to surge forward there, look, towards the enemy pikes there. That was a nice surge there. Can you see all his infantry move forward there to engage those pike units? Nice move there. And you can see Katya here getting one of the Egyptian Pharaoh bowman units round and then attacking the flank. Nice tactical move there by Katya. Coming in there on the flank. Oh, that SPQR cavalry is smashed into the back of us there. Do you notice how he went for my general? There, smashed in there, went for my general. Oh my gosh, can you see that some of Royer's infantry are starting to rout? Okay, with these SPQR hits coming in on us now. If Royer's army starts to mass rout, then that'll be the end for us there. As I say, those archers of Fesen still shooting into us there. Point blank range. with those arrows straight into us there. Oh my god. And I think, believe it or not, Katya's general is still alive. Remember we saw he was the last man in his unit. If I remember correctly, he's still alive here. But as I say, these Julii archers here, point blank, shooting straight into us here. Oh my gosh, more of Royer's infantry starting to rout. Can you see more of Royer's infantry are starting to rout? Oh my gosh, and the archers have been alt-attacked. Here comes the archers. Fesen's alt-attacked them. They're coming in now with their swords, attacking Royer's infantry there. Oh my gosh. There you can see more of Royer's infantry starting to rout. There, can you see? Oh my gosh, is this a beginning of a mass rout for Royer's infantry, which will mean that my infantry will rout as well, and so will Katya's, and the enemy team will win. You can see now them pushing really in there, but both Katya and my generals are still alive, so we're still giving general morale bonus to the troops all around us there. So that's good news, keeping us fighting there. You can see a lot of those red Julio troops are now routing, and the SBQ. Oh my gosh, it looks like we've managed to go on to win the battle there. Oh my gosh, so we have managed to. I think the 2 general morale bonuses we still had left made a big difference here. Over here, it's quite a spread out battlefield for a 3v3. You can see this is like a big cavalry battle there, doesn't it? Over here, more cavalry dead. Even more cavalry dead over here. So as I say, it is spread out for a 3v3 battle here. Over here you can see lots of dead troops there. Both Egyptian chariots there you can see there. And over here, this is where my army got smashed and crashed by all those enemy troops coming in on me. Those cavalry and infantry coming in from all different directions there. So as I say, that's where my army got smashed, crashed and bashed there, as you saw earlier. But I managed to attract a lot of enemy units onto me, which I hope helped my other 2 teammates there. And over here you can see lots of dead here as well, and up on this mound here there where the final fighting took place there. So as I say, quite spread out for a 3v3 battle. As I say, very rare for me to put a 3v3 battle on our channel. So I've got 7 men left in that unit and 3 men left in that unit. So that's the entirety of my army, 10 men. That's all I've got left out of the whole of my army, 10 men, that's it. So that goes to show how tough that is. And look at our Egyptian allies there. You can see the casualties. There's 1 man left in there, just a general. There you are. How that general survived, I've got no idea. It had loads of arrows being shot at it. It's just been fighting in a hand-to-hand battle, and it's still surviving there. I'm absolutely amazed. But as you can see, I think Katya's just got 4 units left there, and I've got 2 battle damage units left. But Royer's still got several of his Brutii infantry left there. But they're all very battle damaged as well. So that just goes to show how close this was. And as I say, this is a very, very rare 3v3 battle. There you can see my general still alive there. That was still giving general morale bonus. So I think out of 946 battles that I put on this channel, I might have maybe 3 or 4 3v3 battles. So it just goes to show how rare this battle is there. Okay, so got to triple speed there just to finish off, and there you go. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played well. And as you can see, it is a close victory there, as we thought it would be. So that's pretty good there. And the highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Royer, 2,286 kills in a 3v3 battle. I think that's pretty good. Okay, he was fighting the big 120-man Macedonian units there, but I still think those kills for a 3v3 is really good. So well done to Royer. Well done to Fesen, got some good kills there with his Julia army, very aggressive, very attacking. Well done to Skema, got some good kills there with his Macedonian army. And well done to Sable, second highest kills in the game. Look how many kills Sable got there, so really well done just goes to show how close the battle was. My kills, well, I'm surprised I got that many kills, actually, because you saw me get smashed and crashed and bashed, didn't you? So to get that many kills, I'm quite pleased with that, really. I was surprised. As I say, well done to Roy, our highest kills in the game, and well done to Katya with Egypt. Got some good kills as well. So really well done. So just to say here, I hope you enjoyed this battle. And as we put these battles on to try and show ex-RTW players how good Rome Total War still is. You can see the great battles that we have here. And we're trying to attract ex-RTW players back on to Rome Total War. And we'd like to attract some new players as well. As I say, there might be some players that have never played Rome Total War but like watching our battles. Well, come and join us on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday night and come and have a few battles with us and see what you think. We had a new player join our game last night, and he played 5 or 6 games with us. Brand new player, but he really loved Rome Total War. He didn't realise how good RTW is. And I think a lot of newer players that came on and tried RTW, you may well find how much you like it. And of course, ex-players, you know how good RTW is. You might have just forgotten how good it is. So come on and join us. We look forward to seeing you. Okay, so Spartan Commander saying please leave a comment or a thumbs up. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.